Internationalist Prime Minister Keir Starmer, whose family are Jewish, appointed the Jew Peter Mandelson to the diplomatic post of British ambassador to the United States. He officially assumed the role on February 10, 2025, serving briefly until September 2025, over his relationship with convicted Jewish pedophile, child sex trafficker and alleged murderer Jeffrey Epstein. The professional and social intersection between Peter Mandelson and Jewish pedophile and child sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell dates back to the late 1980s, preceding Mandelson's introduction to pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. This connection developed through media and political circles in London and evolved alongside his subsequent relationship with Epstein. Mandelson's initial connection to the Jewish Maxwell family began through his employment as a consultant for the media mogul and Mossad, MI6 and KGB spy Robert Maxwell, Ghislaine Maxwell's father, who owned the Daily Mirror newspaper group. During this period in the late 1980s, Mandelson and Ghislaine Maxwell moved within the same high-profile British social and professional networks, establishing a long-standing acquaintance. Accounts from investigative records and biographies indicate that it was through these shared social circles that Mandelson was ultimately introduced to Jeffrey Epstein. This introduction took place in the summer of 2001 at a residence on Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts, owned by Jews Lynn Forrester de Rothschild and her husband, Evelyn de Rothschild. Following this introduction, Mandelson was integrated into the social network surrounding both Epstein and Maxwell. A primary piece of documentary evidence confirming the shared social dynamic between Mandelson, Epstein, and Maxwell emerged in U.S. House Oversight Committee disclosures. In 2003, Ghislaine Maxwell compiled a private birthday book to commemorate Epstein's 50th birthday, soliciting photographs and personal messages from his prominent associates. Mandelson contributed to this volume, writing a letter in which he referred to Epstein as my best pal and an intelligent, sharp-witted man. The correspondence was accompanied by photographs, including one depicting Mandelson alongside Epstein, and another featuring Mandelson with guests whose identities were obscured, accompanied by text wherein Mandelson referenced meeting Epstein's interesting acquaintances. While Mandelson's initial connection was to Maxwell, the subsequent disclosure of extensive email traffic and financial records centered heavily on his direct relationship with Epstein. These disclosures revealed that the association persisted well past Epstein's 2008 conviction in Florida for soliciting prostitution from a minor. According to the book, Pedophilia and Empire, Satan, Sodomy, and the Deep State. Chapter 23, Tony Blair, His Pedo-Infested Ministers and How Zionism and Pedophilia Reigned Supreme. By West Point graduate and former United States Army officer 𝗲𝗲𝗱𝗏𝗃𝗏, published on the 1st of January, 2019. Mandelson also enjoyed young boys vacationing at registered U.S. child sex offender Jeffrey Epstein's sex slave island. So, before Keir Starmer employed Peter Mandelson, he was already being called out as a pedophile in books sold on Amazon.